We're talking about the one and only a girl who a year she turned 21. She just dropped. We're going to be unveiling pretty much about the body of work. Ayra Starr is in the building.
What's up?
Ayra Starr is in the building. And it feels like maybe it's the same way I think about it in my mind. This is the second time I mentioned this year. I'm very proud of you, Ayra Starr.
Thank you so much.
And it's nice that you're giving that privilege to a lot of young stars. We have a fan in the building.
Hello.
How are you doing? What is your name?
My name is Steph the Journal.
Okay, so I don't want to put you on the spot, right?
Okay.
But I just want to ask you directly, what do you love about Ayra Starr?
The fact that she's Ayra Starr.
Hey!
Okay, so there's a lot of things that Ayra Starr is a fantastic musician.
Yeah.
I think one of the best dressed stars that we have out here. She's very eclectic, out of the box. That's how I know her. How do you know Ayra Starr?
I know her as someone who always shows up. She can be very down, but when it's time to show up, she's going to show up and she's going to show out.
Hey, okay.
This is a real monster in the building.
Mobstar.
Mobstar, that's what you call them.
Mobstar.
Listen, somebody said monster, sorry.
Yes, no, they always say monster. And it's just Nigerians trying to annoy me. Just do that. It's Mobstar.
So listen, I'm gonna get with that. It's Mobstar, right?
Yes.
Why do you call them Mobstar?
So they call themselves mobsters. I didn't call them. They call themselves mobsters. We had this was like 2 years ago, last year, 2 years ago on Twitter, that thing where everybody goes like
Poll.
Twitter poll. Not poll, the call thing.
Spaces.
Yeah, Twitter space. And everybody was just talking, what name? I was like, is this Sabi Nation? And everybody said, no, Mobstar. They want Mobstar. They don't want Sabi anything.
We don't Sabi anything, But it's great to have you on the show, right? Do you ever thinking, sometimes you look at your idols or your mentors and you feel like, do you ever have the edge or urge to do music? Do you ever want to do music?
Oh, I'm a journalist, so I do music journalism.
That's good.
So I'm not singing, but I'm telling stories about music. So I'm still in the same line, just watching from the corner.
Amazing.
So what would be your typical headline for this album?
21 and spicy.
Give us something. Come on.
Okay.
Come on.
Now I feel like people are jealous. I think I should be part of you guys.
You are a part.
A year I turned 21. The last body of work was 19 and Dangerous, right?
Yes.
Is it a thing with numbers? Do you always feel like...
So it wasn't, with 19 and Dangerous, it was not something I was trying to go with numbers. It was actually a flexing thing. I was like, yeah, I'm going to let them know 19 and Dangerous. She's 19 and she's dangerous. Dangerous. So I was like, okay, that's what I'm going to do. But with this album, it just felt very why not? A no-brainer to just continue with the numbers thing. And also Adele did it, so I was very inspired by that. So I was like, okay, why not? Why don't I just do it? But I feel like with this album is less the vibe of 19 and Dangerous and it's more of a coming of age story and vibe, almost like an autobiography.
I like that. So what exactly have changed from that when you were 19 and now?
Everything has changed. Me, my bank account, my account balance.
I like that part when you say, bank account.
My account balance.
Listen, sometimes does this happen to you? You look at your phone, money drops, and you think, did I ever think I was ever going to make this kind of money?
I thought into existence in Jesus' name. But it's still very shocking. When it's not even just about the money. It's just about just the life I live now. I've always wanted to have this life, and the fact that I am living my dreams. It's amazing.
Do you find peace with it now?
I'm so at peace with myself, and I'm so content with myself. Maybe it's just a vibe for now, but I know where I am mentally and physically. I'm so proud of myself.
I love that. Now I want to take a sneak peek into the body of work, right? And for me, I like a body of work based on the name. So when I look at your body of work and I see the numbers, I see what you titled it. Some names intrigue me, and I always want to ask you what is the concept behind the name of that song, right?
Yes.
There is the one that caught my attention, the Lagos Love Story.
Yes.
What is it about that song?
You know that song was not gonna go into the album. I removed it literally.
Why?
I removed it because I was just like, I don't know. I was kind of embarrassed by the song because it's after Last Heartbreak Song is the oldest song I had on the album. Then Lagos Love Story came right after. I recorded Lagos Love Story with London. So I felt like, I don't know if I'm in that like headspace. Jazzy called me. Tega called me. They said, we hear say you removed the song from the album. They were not having it. I was like, okay, I'm gonna put it back. Then I put it back on the album. We reworked the beats and everything. Yeah. And Lagos Love Story, it is just, I can't wait for you guys to hear it. It's just...
It'll be nice to hear it. Yeah. Like I said, songs, names, they really caught my attention. The Jazzy song, tell us about it.
Jazzy song, It is a jazzy song, literally. I sampled a jazzy song, a jazzy production, and I just felt like it was a no-brainer to name it Jazzy Song. I've always wanted to sample You Bad. One Nicole, right? You Bad for so long, and it's a jazzy production, and that's when you hear Jazzy's production, you know it's Jazzy's production. So he has that thing, and when I hear like his beats, I'm always like, oh my god, like Don Jazzy, like he was like killing it. I was like, okay, you know what? I want to use this again. So me and Prime were in the studio, and we just like vibe.
You know, one of my favorite Don Jazzy's production is Kick.
Do you get?
Yeah.
Do you get?
I remember the first time they premiered that song, it was at the Get Arena. I think it was Industry Night. Yeah. I'm like, this guy is...
Crazy when the baby, I feel...
It's Don Jazzy, man.
I'm like, how? How did
Don Jazzy. It has to be Don Jazzy.
Way ahead
it's just different.
Time.
Yeah. And I think, you've been in the same world with him and working with him. I feel... It's a privilege. It's a good thing. And I see that aside the music, your growth, your family, they're so intentional about what you're doing. What is it? What do you love about the Mavens?
It's just it's family. There's nothing, it's a very genuine family. Because before I got unveiled, I had a year to spend with them. Like it's even that from me, Bayani, Life Size, Steady, Boy Spice, we're all in in the pipeline together. And we used to see like Rema come to record, and like we'd just be like, wow, we're gonna be like that one day. So it's like it's family, it's always been family, from the A&Rs, Rima, head of A&R, to Veda, to marketing, Ella, to Jennifer, to finance. Everybody just loves each other, and it's like I have everybody's number and everybody has my number, and it's like, it's just family. I think I'm like, I didn't get paid though. Like I know who to call. Like like it's just like you calling your auntie. Like it's family. Like it's the most loving relationship.
So the album dropped 31st, but I just want to go through the track list. Bird Sing of Money. Which song was the easiest for you here?
Ooh, the easiest. The fastest song I wrote was Lagos Love Story. Funny enough.
And that's the one you don't want to take. God don't catch you. I'm sure a lot of people cannot wait to hear that. Okay, wow, Lagos Love Story.
Yeah, it's a beautiful song. It's a beautiful song.
Everybody start having their minds in different places. I get that. So which song was Lagos Love Story was the easiest song, right?
The easiest song.
Which was the hardest song to make?
The hardest song to make, I would say, was The Kids Are Alright. Yeah, because of how emotional it was and how like vulnerable it was.
What were you talking about?
So I was talking about like coming to terms with the loss of my father and like the loss of a loved one. So it was very like sad making a song. But yeah, it was the last song I made on the album also.
Did you cry making that?
I did cry writing the song.
That's good.
I cried writing the song, but I didn't cry in the studio. Everybody else was crying. I was just looking at them like calm down, better calm down. Like, what are you doing?
That's not how that feels. You know that feeling when you just don't want to break in front of everyone.
Yeah.
So, talking about, when you're making an album, you always have an idea of people you want on that album. Was this your choice of the people you worked with? I see Ashake, I see Shay Vibes, Anita and Coco Jones, Mila. Were this your choice of people that you wanted to work with?
Yes, but for every song on this album that has a feature, bear in mind I had a complete version also. I every song has a complete version of my verse. So I wanted a finished album first, so I could see like what the vision was. So of course, I listened to my A&R. Oh, this person will sound good on this. Later, will be like, this person sounds good. I'm like, okay, let's try. And we'll send it, and they will send their verses back. And I'm like, oh, I see what's going on here. Then sometimes I rearrange it to songs. I put the verses before this, and just to make it a perfect song. But yeah.
Did you get a verse that you heard? I'm like, nah, I'm not. Then you've done yours, and I'm not satisfied. You had to do it again.
Yes. Yes, of course.
I don't want to say which song, but I'm just trying to dig in.
It's happened.
But I mean, the track list, you have over how many songs on this one? 14, right?
Yes.
14 songs. How long have you been working on this album?
If I'm trying to be, hypothetical in a way, I would say probably my whole life. Because I feel like even if Control is on this album, Control for instance, I've listened to Control, I've listened to Hips Don't Lie by Shakira since I was literally like 8 years old, 7 years old, and I got to interpolate it in this song. And I was like,
don't lie,
literally, I got to interpolate it in Control, and it's like if that song didn't play such a significant role in my upbringing and my childhood, I wouldn't have known to interpolate it in this song. But it's such a full circle moment. And certain things, like certain experiences I spoke about, like even in the song 21, I'm speaking about when I was from 1 to 10 and just breaking down my life story in that song. Yeah. It's like I've had to experience life to be able to be where I am now.
So this body of work, you open up more in this one. You open up more in it.
Yes, it's literally a coming of age.
So I can listen to this body of work and I could tell certain things that happen in your life, and
definitely
it's good. So I mean, this seems like an open book. This time. Mm-hmm. We cannot wait to listen to it. It drops on the 31st.
Yes.
Nice. But that's you've been part of us for a long time, and we saw you grow. And we also like to celebrate you because in our own little way, as you already said, we're special. We're special enough to listen to your body of work first, be part of your life since day one. I mean, I can say that for myself as well, right? And on that note, she's a fan, and the truth is, listen, what that is considered to mean is you're special. You've done that over the years, making sure the craft goes on, because you are the reasons why they work so hard, to be honest. You're the reason why they work so hard. I think they've got something special for you, right?
Yes. I only had to ask me maybe 2 questions.
So you know what? You have the chance. It's your show, ladies and gentlemen. Your name again?
Stephanie.
Ladies and gentlemen, right here on 96.9 Cool FM, our host with the most, I present to you the one and only Stephanie. Right?
Okay, Steph, how are you?
I'm okay. How are you?
I'm amazing.
I met you yesterday. You look so good.
Thank
how was
you.
yesterday
You too.
for
Your
you?
pink dress. Your pink dress. I saw.
I love it. So I heard the album yesterday, and a lot of Mobstars had questions for me, and I'm like, I can't tell you. You have to experience it by yourself. So what would you say for those that haven't heard it yet? What do you want them to feel when they listen to the album?
I want them to. I feel like there's a song for everybody on that album. So I want you to feel. I want you to feel beyond happiness and the normal Afrobeat enjoyment of party. And I want them to feel. I want them to feel vulnerable. I want them to feel. So I want people to take whatever they want to take from the album. But I know I definitely made a masterpiece.
Definitely. We know too. Okay, and you are one to always break stereotypes. So a lot of people like to say, oh, don't meet your idols. But you meet your idols know you. You collaborate with your idols. Yeah. How does that feel for you? And do you feel the quote, don't meet your idols is a myth? Because you definitely make it look like one.
I think it's definitely a myth. Because I felt like I needed to meet my idol for me to know that, hey, my mom has given me so many advice. Brianna gave me the same advice. I was like, yes, I took it immediately. My mom has to tell me 5 times. I'm like, okay. When Rihanna said it once, I was like, no problem. Do you understand? Because it's like, this is who I grew up listening to. That's the person that motivates me the most. And the fact that, my idol loves my music is amazing. So meet your idols, love them, and, maybe.
You never know.
Love that.
You never know.
You never know.
You met I'm not sure if you met Rihanna before Don Jazzy, but everybody just thinks that's Don Jazzy's wife in his mind. But it's a beautiful thing, Ayra. And Stephanie, I think we got something special for you, right?
Yes.
This is where you drop it?
Okay, so she's like,
I'm
what?
shy.
She's like, what?
You guys, you might jump out of the roof right now.
No, it's not that. Maybe not. So, since I know you've been working very hard, I see your tweets, I see everything, I see how hard you've been working as somebody in the industry and trying to make it out, and somebody invested in my career and my dreams, and I want to be able to do that for you. So I don't know if I'm allowed to say how much, but want to give you some money.
Dude, the harness.
I don't want to. I don't know if
I don't like talking about money that's not my money. Huh? I don't like talking about money, so you are gonna do it.
So we're gonna give you the sum of maybe 2 million now.
Hey! You took.
Just for your career, so you can. I believe in you so much, and I know you're gonna do amazing, and I just can't wait to see what you do.
I love you so much.
Thank you so much.
2 million. Wait, this is my job, man. Listen. Thank you so much, Ayra Starr. That's 2 million. You're a music journalist.
Yeah.
Those are things you can buy a small recorder. You know that, right?
Yeah.
That's have a very you're talking to Ayra Starr right now. As you're done, you have a recorder of yours because I started with things like that.
Yeah.
So you can always take snippets, right, and it helps you a lot. Because you're in the room with her, right?
Yes, I am.
So 2 million can do a lot of things, trust me. For a job, that's
Amazing.
a lot.
Thank you
Amazing.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
I'm going to cry after this.
I love it. She's keeping it classy and cute. This is a savvy girl. Let me tell you. This is a savvy girl.
So now let's just talk straight about the album. He dropped on the 31st, right? This is, we cannot even wait for that to happen. No long story. Lagos long story. We're not doing that today. It's a Lagos love story. And thank you so much, Ayra, for coming on the show.
Thank you so much for having me, Doctor.
I feel like we do this every time. It's not even a big deal anymore.
This is my house at this point. I need a room. There's a room at the back here.
Thank you so much, Stephanie, for coming on the show as well. If you missed the interview, you can catch it live on YouTube. Listen, guys, get ready for the album. I had a chance to listen to it last night. And you guys, 31st, he drops midnight, right? And you guys are ready to just, this one is going to bang.